Guardians, happy Reset Tuesday! What's up, guys? Your boy Sly here, and I'm back at my home away from home, the Guardian Tower here in the Last City, and I've gathered everything that you need to know about the weekly changeover, and I stuffed it into this beautiful single video in hopes that if there's something out there that you're trying to find out about this Tuesday reset, then you know your man Sly has got your back. So, it's freshly 5 a.m. here in the East Coast and everything has just reset, so let's get this biatch underway. As you all know, my first stop of the week is to always go see my one-eyed blue fantasy, Miss Madame Petra, and to make sure Varix has my payment ready to go. So, if you've been watching my reset videos, then you've known about the hunch that I've been talking about. The Prison of Elders is going to be revisited, or at least I thought so, and turns out it is 100% true. So for those of you out there who didn't bother with the House of Wolves, I recommend grabbing these Petra bounties every week from now on. I doubt her rank will reset or turn into something else, and I have a feeling that Petra will play a somewhat bigger role in the April DLC than what Bungie has led on so far. So start earning that rep and grab these bounties. They are the easiest way to level her up, and you can finish most of these by simply playing the game and doing stuff that you're already doing. Alright, well, let's get this underway. Let's go check out Boo Boo and see what she's got for me this week. Dang, girl, you are looking fine. She probably already knows that. She never talks back to me. I guess she's the strong silent type. Anyways, don't forget that you are indeed trying to boost your rank, and you can turn in those outdated etheric lights to rep up with Petra. So if you're not going to need etheric lights anymore, might as well turn them in and grab something useful. Alright, well, let's look at these bounties. First up, we have a wanted bounty, Baroness Greyris on Venus. Then you need to kill 12 named or consumed Fallen, Hive, Cabal, or Vex on Venus. Then, like usual, get rid of 100 taken. You can easily get all 3 of these done from 5 minutes of going on patrol. As always, before we head out to the Reef, go over to Varix, pay his ass a little attention, and you need to go grab some of those freebies. You don't ever use these all the time, but letting them stack up, you can either turn them in for rep, or you never know when they'll come in handy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and bounce out and head over to the tower. Shax's mentor, Saladin, will be setting up shop today at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, so get ready to work out that thumb skill. Hey, speaking of Shax, let's go ahead and check out what his weekly bounties are this week. So, first bounty on the list is to complete Crucible matches with an individual score of at least 1,500 points. Then we have an easy one, win 7 matches. Following that, you have to win 1 game in 3 different game modes, 1 in Clash, 1 in Skirmish, and then 1 in Elimination. Moving on to the next one, it's the one of those earn the point type of bounties. Play the featured Crucible playlist, win 3 points, and completions are 1. You're aiming for 5 total. Finally, we're on the last 2, and the second to last is a familiar one. We have to get 10 kills with all different primary types. ARs, hand cannons, pulse rifles, and then scouts. Finally, everyone knows the last one. You just have to turn all of them in, and boom, you are done. Now, you know, I have yet to get something awesome from Shax's weekly bounties. Most of them just end up becoming ghosts. Well, hey, you know, I guess they were right when they said these bounties would give us Nightfall tiered loot, right? So, if you've taken my advice and switched your ghost to Worm Spore Extractor, then chances are you have a ton of Worm Spore hanging out in your inventory. Well, sorry guys, you're going to need to hold on to it for just a little bit longer. Factions aren't taking any Worm Spore this week, but you can of course give some to Eris if you need some room, but I wouldn't waste it all. Some factions will have it next week, no doubt, so hold on to it and keep piling it up. It is a great way to edge factions to get ready for the update. And while we're speaking of Wormspore, let's go ahead and head to the Dreadnought. Now, if you missed the live stream, I have it up on my channel. Make sure you watch that preview stream because it is full of awesome information about this upcoming April content drop. So, the Court of Oryx, another place getting a little renovation in April, and I'll talk about that here in a sec. But let's go ahead and check out this week's Tier 3 boss. And it looks like we are blessed with the company of Mini Crota. All you have to do here is kill the Swordbearer Knight in the middle, then have someone damage Thalnock's shields until he kneels down. Once he does, you can then swing the Hive Sword on Mini Crota, which is the only way to do damage. Once he regains his shields, step back, wait for the orange immunity glow to go away, have someone start shooting again until he kneels, start damage once again. After like 2 or 3 passes, Mini Crota is mega dead. And while we're here at the Court of Oryx, part of the April DLC will change the type of drops you can receive in the Court of Oryx. Max Light is increased to 335, and if you want to be the first to get a 335 artifact, Tier 3 bosses in the Court of Oryx will be handing them out, if you can bring down these new and updated bosses. So when the time comes, check that out. It's going to be a good reason to start doing the Court of Oryx again every week. So before we dive into the main changes of the reset, let's stop by the raid. This week's challenge is my personal favorite of the 3 challenge encounters, and that is Oryx. I would start completing these soon, guys. Get your character to 320 as fast as possible. In April, Oryx is going to be getting a post-mortem facelift, and the difficulty of King's Fall hard mode and challenge mode will increase to post-April update standards. Now, not quite sure what light they will be, actually they're going to rise to, but hopefully we'll know more tomorrow during the next stream. Alright, so let's head to Orbit and check out the main goods of this week's reset. Starting off with the Crucible, the 2 weekly playlists right now are Mayhem Rumble and Inferno 6v6, but since Iron Banner is on its way, it'll drop here in like, a few hours? I'm pretty sure the 6v6 playlist will take a back seat until Saladin packs up and moves his shop out of the tower. As usual, Elimination is back as a placeholder, but will remain there until Trials returns on Friday. Alrighty, so let's dive into the Nightfall and see what kind of awesomeness we can expect this time around. First, let's scoop out the modifiers. As usual, we have Epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Then, our next modifier, one of my personal favorites, Arc Burn. Arc damage is greatly increased from any source. Moving along, Small Arms is next, and that is primary weapon damage is favored. Supercell, anybody? Cough, cough. Anyway, in our last 2 modifiers, we have Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon, and then a skull that everybody hates, Exposure. Guardian shields are increased, but do not replenish. My, this sounds like an awesome combination. Let's dive in and take a look, and please let it not be the gigantic shank.
The Black Garden may not stay among us for long.
Thank you, sweet Jesus. Now, this strike is no walk in the park either, but it's no super shank with arc burn and no returning shields. Guys, that is just stupid, man. In the beginning, you have arc snipers, and then in the middle, taking Scions blasting arc weapons, and then at the end, a few shrapnel launchers just for good measure, but just enough of a tease until the super shank goes arc crazy all over you in his final God, I hate that. I hate it. It's the worst strike ever. Arc Burn and Super Shank is just like a nightmare, and I think I'm still having a little bit of PTSD from it. But that's all she wrote, Guardians. Nothing too crazy this week, but Iron Banner is going to be a welcome change of pace from the third-person craziness of the Dark Zone. I'm actually looking forward to it. Anyway, if you want to stay up to date on everything Destiny, The Division, and new uploads from Sly Nation, Twitter is the best place to do so, y'all. Follow @SlyNation and be alerted to anything new and awesome about the games we love and my channel. Well, I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching, and make sure you tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern for Bungie's next April content preview stream called New Things to Earn. This will be all about rewards, how to earn them, where to get them, what they look like, and some additional features that were promised to us last week. So make sure you check that out, and if you can't make it, don't worry your pretty little face off, because your boy Sly has your back. I'll have the entire thing up on my channel if you can't make it to the live stream. So tomorrow, keep checking back, and it'll be up as soon as possible. Once again, people, could not do this without all of you, and hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for more videos in the works, and until next time, Guardians, this is your boy Sly, and I am done, I am gone, and out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.